Check this out. If you're deciding between Key West versus Miami for your 2026 vacation, this video is going to break down the actual cost, the hidden expenses, travel mistakes, weather risks, party vibes, beaches, must-see attractions, and local secret spots, so you can plan your trip smarter as well as enjoy more when you visit. So hit that thumbs up if you guys love travel comparisons, and subscribe weekly for our insider guides that'll help you save money, avoid the crowds, as well as discover hidden gems. And yes, we're going to show the spots locals actually go to for sunsets, parties, photos that aren't completely overrun by tourists. So first, the money side. The average daily traveler spends about $247 in Key West and $258 in Miami for hotel, food, transportation, as well as activities. Not huge, but the way you book makes all the difference. So here are some of the booking timeframes as well as the hacks for Key West as well as Miami. I want you guys to book 3 to 6 months in advance for the best hotel rates. Use Google Flights Alerts, Kayak Explorer, Expedia, as well as Hotels.com. Avoid spring break, Christmas, New Year's, and Fantasy Fest in Key West. The rates double and availability disappears. So these are going to be some of the affordable accommodation tips. Over in Key West, I want you guys to take a look at these two hotels. First up is going to be Havana Cabana, which is $220 to $350 per night, with a pool, shuttle right over to Duval Street, as well as a social vibe. Or head over to the Blue Flamingo Resort, which is about $159 to $200 per night, and it's also great for groups as well as bar scene lovers. Next, over in Miami downtown, I want you to check out YVE Hotel Miami, where it typically goes for about $180 to $260 per night. It's right near Bayside as well as all the museums. And if you guys are headed over to the beach, in Miami South Beach or Mid Beach, the Palms Hotel and Spa is going to be your best bet. This one is the priciest compared to the other three. It's beachfront, lush, has gardens, and you're right over in the heart of it all. So booking last minute in peak season is like paying full price for an umbrella right in a Florida storm. It's not going to help you. Don't do it. Next, let's cover the weather as well as the best and worst times to visit. So we covered those holidays and those major parts of the year that you really want to avoid. But both cities are tropical with summer rain and hurricane risk from June to November. The best months to visit Miami and Key West is going to be November to April, where you guys can actually enjoy cooler, drier days. And for a travel hack, I want you to pack a light rain jacket and check those storm advisories before booking those boat trips or those snorkel tours. And I want you guys to also consider travel insurance during hurricane season. It can save a lot of your plans if they get canceled. We actually had this problem in Miami in 2025 when we went in July. The storm rolled through and our trip got pushed back a day. And one additional tip I have is that August to October can actually be cheaper for hotels, but the thunderstorms and the tropical storms are still a gamble. And Florida sunshine doesn't come with any sunny prices year-round. The timing over here is everything. So now let's move on and compare the beach and water experiences. This is where the cities really show their personalities. In Key West, there's smaller, quieter beaches like Fort Zachary Taylor State Park, as well as Smathers Beach. These are going to be calm waters ideal for snorkeling, paddleboarding, swimming, and casual beach games. There's no waves here, so don't expect to go surfing in Key West. One travel hack is to go in the early morning or the late afternoon, where you guys can expect to avoid more crowds and explore the small coves for a more private, enjoyable experience. And in Miami, it's going to be a much larger, bustling beach scene right over in South Beach, Mid Beach, or North Beach. Some of the activities include surfing, parasailing, jet skiing, paddleboarding, speedboat tours, as well as beachfront yoga. And a travel hack for the Miami Beach area is that sunrise visits will give you guys that serenity. Late afternoon is going to be the beachside happy hour vibes. And consider heading over to Crandon Park or Virginia Key, where you can enjoy those quieter water adventures. So here's my beach ranking tip for Key West as well as Miami. If you're looking for those relaxed beach vibes, head over to Key West. If you're looking for the action in the nightlife beach, head over to Miami. And if you guys are team snorkel or team parasail, let me know in the comments below. So now let's move on to the nightlife as well as the entertainment. This is going to be the wild side of the city that you guys are going to want to learn a little bit more about. The Key West nightlife is going to be a walkable nightlife scene along Duval Street. There's tiki bars, dueling piano shows, as well as casual dives. Some of the signature spots over here is going to be the Green Parrot Bar, Rum Barrel, sunset celebrations over at Mallory Square, Irish Kevin's, as well as Sloppy Joe's. These are going to be great for spontaneous fun, social energy, and friendly crowds. And for the Miami nightlife, it's going to be that big city energy with rooftop clubs, world-class DJs, bottle services, as well as event nights. Some of the hot spots over here is going to be South Beach, Brickell, Wynwood, as well as the different beach lounges. And one of the insider tips is that Miami starts a little bit later than Key West does. Most of the clubs peak from 11 p.m. to 3 a.m., So check Time Out Miami for discounts or event nights. So now let's cover a quick party personality quiz for Key West and Miami. If you're looking for that cozy bar crawl and the casual music, visit Key West. If you're looking for that VIP bottle service as well as EDM music, head over to Miami. So one extra insight for this is that Key West is intimate and approachable, Miami is glamorous, big energy, as well as premium priced. Key West is like that backyard party when everyone's invited. Miami is like that full-on festival with the velvet ropes. So now let's talk about the walkability as well as the transportation, because getting around defines your entire trip experiences. In Key West, this is going to be the most walkable. Most attractions are accessible right on foot or by bike. There's scooters over here you can rent for $35 a day, taxis, as well as ride shares available. And one quick insider tip is to bike along the coast at sunrise or sunset. It doubles as a scenic tour. And in terms of Miami, this is much more spread out. You guys have to use ride shares, rentals, the metro, or scooters. The Metro Rail and the free Metro Mover work downtown. There's also evening ride shares that are surge priced. So when it's busier, you guys will definitely notice. So which city would you guys ride a bike around? A tropical island or a sprawling metropolis? Biking in Key West is going to be scenic and breezy. And biking in Miami, I hope you guys like dodging taxis, scooters, as well as influencers with selfie sticks. So now let's move on to some of those must-see attractions and hidden gems. The Key West must-sees is going to be Fort Zachary Taylor Historic State Park. It's a Civil War fort as well as a perfect snorkeling beach. And you'll see people with hammocks stretched between palm trees, people grilling, as well as iguanas sprinting across the street. Next, this must-see is a little bit further off Key West. It's going to be Dry Tortugas National Park. And this is going to be a day trip experience where you're going to have to go by boat or by plane over to Fort Jefferson, where there's pristine waters, world-class snorkeling, and a high chance you're going to see some sea turtles. Another hidden gem in Key West is going to be the Audubon House and Tropical Gardens. This is right on the property of an 1840s estate. There's tropical gardens and the original James Audubon art. Seeing all three of these attractions combine history, adventure, and nature, giving a richer Key West itinerary beyond those beach selfies. So now let's cover Miami. The Miami must-sees is going to be the Vizcaya Museum and Gardens. It's an Italian Renaissance-style villa. It has manicured gardens, Biscayne Bay views, and it's completely beautiful. Also over here is going to be PAM. That's going to be the Perez Art Museum, Miami. This is going to be a modern art museum with rotating exhibits that constantly switch out and scenic bayfront outlooks. These stops offer culture, visual beauty, as well as city exploration, which is perfect for travelers seeking more than just the sand and the surf. So now let's cover one of the most important things. That's going to be the hotels and the savings tips. Here's where to stay without overspending. For Key West hotels, these are going to be affordable options. Like I mentioned, Havana Cabana goes for about $220 to $350 per night, with the Blue Flamingo Resort going for about $159 to $200 per night. And for Miami, the YVE Hotel Miami goes for about $180 to $260 per night, and the Palms Hotel and Spa goes for about $380 to $500 per night. And a reiteration for booking is to book 3 to 6 months in advance for the best rates, free cancellation, and price alerts on Kayak, Expedia, and Hotels.com. So when you're comparing Key West to Miami, you can't go through this entire guide without declaring an overall winner by the vacation style. So this is going to be a side-by-side scoreboard. In terms of relaxation, Key West takes this one. It's got the quiet beaches and the laid-back island vibe. Miami has more crowded beaches as well as the big city energy. And as far as culture goes, this one's a tie between the two. Key West has historic forts and museums, whereas Miami has modern museums as well as historic estates. And in terms of the party scene, they both get rowdy in their own way, but Miami definitely takes the cake with this one. Key West is going to be casual, walkable bars, depending on where you go, and Miami is going to have that big energy, the VIP, as well as those world-class DJs. And last but not least, let's cover the adventure. This one's another tie as well, with Key West having the amazing snorkeling, kayaking, as well as those perfect day trips. Where in Miami, where you guys can experience the water sports, the city exploration, as well as the Everglades. Key West shines for the relaxed, adventurous, and historic experiences, while Miami dominates the party energy, modern culture, as well as the city-scale adventures. So your ideal vacation depends on whether you want that quiet island charm or the high-energy city action. So who wins in Key West versus Miami in 2026? Let me know your preference and what you think below. Key West has the calm beaches, historic forts, snorkeling, day trips, and intimate nightlife overall. Miami has the iconic beaches, big city culture museums, rooftop nightlife, and an endless city energy. So comment below, which city are you picking for 2026? And let us know why. So smash like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss out on our travel guides that help you plan smarter, save more, as well as explore deeper. And remember, in Key West, the only traffic jam is a rooster crossing the street, and in Miami, every cab, Uber, and influencer with a selfie stick is going to be in your way. Thanks for watching, guys. Keep traveling.